Thank you very much for coming today. My name is John Kirch, and I'm with the Sentinel project. It's great to be here. Before getting started, I'd like to say my thanks to Paul Gordon and also to Pamir Glende for arranging today's meetup. So it's great to be here. I'm based in Tokyo, and super to see all of you here. Now, I'm going to go through and introduce Sentinel protocol to you. Basically, we're seeing a lot of different type of phishing and scams going on, and these events are happening all over the world, and people are suffering from this. There was a recent event at Binance where there was a phishing email that was sent out, and people clicked on a dangerous URL. It took them to a false Binance screen where they logged on, entered their credentials, and then the hacker harvested those credentials and logged on himself and sold the people's coins. Actually, today I picked up the newspaper, the Financial Times, and there's another incident talking about how hackers are basically hacking money from financial institutions and then using crypto coin for laundering purposes. So that's why we're here, and to give you some more detail. There's a lot of incidents going on around the world. So far, approximately $8 billion US worth of crypto coins have been hacked worldwide on a cumulative basis. People have hacked wallets, exchanges, smart contracts, network nodes, and web applications. But most people think that basically the blockchain, as a result of these incidents, is insecure. But I'm here to tell you that the core technology of blockchain is actually very secure. It's the dApps, it's the connected applications that are being used in regards to wallets, exchanges, and payment systems that are insecure, and they're insecure because they're managed by people and organizations, and they make mistakes. And this problem is so big, it needs to be addressed as soon as possible in order for the potential of the blockchain and blockchain applications to actually take hold and to maximize their potential so that people can sleep at night. And the co-founder, unfortunately, suffered the experience of having 7,218 Ethereum hacked, which was worth about $70,000 at the time, and this was back in mid-2016. As a result, as you can understand, there was quite a bit of pain and anguish associated with that. And during one of his trips to Uppsala in Sweden, he had the inspiration basically to leverage his cybersecurity skills and background to do something about the problem so that similarly other people didn't experience the same problem. In the real world, we have different types of assets like British pounds and US dollars. In the crypto world, we have over 1,500 different types of cryptocurrencies. In the real world, in the crypto world, we have bad guys. But in the real world, we have protectors. We have cops and other people that look out for us. But in the crypto world, who is there to look out for our rights? Who is there to safeguard our assets? Please, next slide. So what we are doing is that we have a security intelligence platform for blockchain. It's known as the Sentinel protocol. And the Sentinel protocol will provide a distributed, decentralized database of threat information. In addition, we'll have a collection of cybersecurity intelligence information that we will keep and we will connect and provide to different types of users. And then also we'll be utilizing self-governing consensus. Let me tell you a little bit about each one of these. Next. Okay. So we will have a group of people called the Sentinels. And the Sentinels will be individuals, security experts, as well as organizations that will contribute collective cybersecurity intelligence to our threat reputation database. There we will hold information about bad wallet addresses, dangerous URIs, dangerous URLs, IP addresses, command control sites, and so forth. The people will be able to access this information via APIs, real time, to their wallets, exchanges, and payment systems. So by doing this, we're going to provide incentive to the Sentinels for their contribution. When the users receive a contribution, when they receive benefit, there will be upvoting, and the Sentinels that solved the problem or made the contribution will receive a staking value. In addition, we will have a cryptocurrency. It will be the Uppsala OOP. And the points, which will have reputation associated with them, will be convertible to our token. Those tokens can then be utilized to license our advanced modules, as well as to purchase forensics or services by our security consultants, or they could be convertible to other tokens and used to also obtain fiat. So our decentralized threat reputation database will be a depository of information that can be utilized by organizations, individuals around the world. By utilizing the blockchain and its decentralized architecture, there will be no single point of attack. The system will have high resilience. In addition, because of the immutability, there will be a high data integrity. Could you take care of the screen? It will help to optimize the system uptime. And also our system will be able to trace transactions. So that means that if somebody were to change, could you put that in view mode, please? If somebody were to utilize the system and, for instance, trace or transfer the tokens into a sub-address, by doing that, he would be able to, they would be able to basically identify and track the use of those tokens. Thank you. Okay. So, all right. Thank you. Now, in terms of our system, it will be connected, as I mentioned, through APIs to wallets, exchanges, and payment systems. There will be no cost associated. There will be no cost associated with people to connect using our APIs or to use our Sentinel protocol. They'll be able to log onto our portal and to analyze security information. So, in addition, our underlying technology, the platform, by utilizing APIs, we will have a platform-agnostic system. We'll be able to connect to any type of endpoint and therefore provide information real time. And we'll provide an anti-theft system. Now, in terms of a consensus mechanism, our system will use different types of consensus algorithms. We're using redundant consensus algorithms, including proof of protection, POP, as well as the Byzantine fault tolerance. And that is in case there's some type of network fragmentation or a DDoS attack, or our security analysts cannot communicate with each other for some reason, there is a fallback. Our system, by its design, includes system reputation points. So the points, people will have if you will, a delegated stake in terms of acting in a good manner, because if they don't, well, they could lose points or they could lose membership in our system. And in addition, there's external social reputation in terms of KYC and so forth, reputation in the community, by which the Sentinels will be motivated, incentivized to act in a fashion to help our users to use the data that has been validated and confirmed by our Sentinel organization. In terms of product deliverables, we have various products that we'll be bringing to the market. One is we have the Sentinel portal that I mentioned, as well as the threat reputation database. In addition to that, we'll have our S-Wallet, which will be powered by machine learning. It will also be connected by APIs to our collective information in terms of security. Then we'll also have malware sandboxing, and that will be used to find malware on various machines, could be in data centers or inside of a customer premises, machines that have opted in by their owners in terms of allowing us to use those machines for sandboxing purposes. Next slide, please. Thank you. So let me give you some schematics. This is for an individual user. In terms of the wallet that he's using, assuming it's been integrated to our system, he will be able to receive real-time security intelligence. If he's making a trade, doing a transaction, maybe he's connected to somebody that has a confirmed command control site or a dangerous URL, and our system would give him a warning, an alert. Now, the person that did the integration could go further than that. They could say, if there is an alert of a certain severity, it will automatically block the transaction. So by doing this, people will be able to stay away from dangerous transactions. We're not going to be a gateway for the transaction. We're simply going to connect real time and then provide information to our database before he does the transaction. And by doing this, people can also utilize our Sentinel portal. They can go there and do reporting. They can analyze the information, and there's no charge. So, and also in terms of the contributions made, those people can receive Sentinel points, and those can be converted to the OOP token later on. Second of all, here in terms of the exchanges there's approximately 8,000 of them around the world, but those exchanges could connect to our system through our APIs. And similarly to the wallets, they could receive alerts, information from our threat reputation database, and then make a decision as to how they want to act on those types of alerts. In this way, we're going to help the exchanges with KYC and AML. Because the blockchain is basically designed for anonymous transactions, by doing this, we'll help by providing our intelligence to the exchanges so that they can comply with government regulation. Next slide, please. Back one. So this one here, I'm referring to the fact that we're going to use our system also to have a blacklist of stolen Bitcoins. A lot of the Bitcoins out there have addresses on them. And so we'll have a list of the stolen ones, and if they're involved in a transaction, then we will identify that and provide an alert. Now, some of the crypto coins, as you know, are a little bit difficult to track. Some of them are anonymous. There are other companies out there that specialize in tracking those various types of cryptocurrencies that are very, very difficult to track. We'll be looking to partner with those companies. In fact, we're very open to partnering with any type of company that has technology that can help us to address this problem. So even if it's McAfee or Trend Micro or Symantec, if they would like to help us in terms of addressing this problem in terms of crypto coins and blockchain, then we're open to discussions with those companies. Now, let me give you an overall schematic about what the system would look like. Up at the top, we have the distributed sandboxing, we have the Sentinel portal, and then we have the S-Wallet powered by machine learning that will also be connected through APIs to our threat reputation database. We have the crypto users, we have our security experts, the Sentinels, and then down below we have our decentralized threat reputation database. In addition, we have, let me try again, okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So in addition, here the layer I just added has the crypto exchanges, the crypto wallets, the payment systems, and other dApps that would communicate with our decentralized threat reputation database, as well as with the distributed sandboxing and the S-Wallet. That's the overall schematic. Currently, we have 5 or 6 developers that are working on building our product today. Now, in terms of our overall growth strategy, we have 2 partners, Coin Manager and another one named IM Token, that between the 2 of them, they have 1.3 million wallet users. So during phase 1, we will be aiming to help and support those companies in terms of integrating our product into their wallets. In addition, we're really focused, to be frank with you, on the very large markets where the large exchanges are at. And that means Singapore, South Korea, and Japan. And the 4th market I would add would probably be Hong Kong. So we're taking the 13 people that we have on board today that are working full time and basically focusing them on high potential markets. In phase 2, we'll be extending our presence both online with additional systems as well as geographically. And then in phase 3, we'll be expanding to work with non-Bitcoin type players or into the conventional cybersecurity market where our technology could be of assistance to people. So in terms of deliverables, our first product will be delivered this coming June, and that will be our Sentinel portal, and that will be a beta version. In July, we're aiming to deliver our mainnet version. Then phase 2, in November and December, we'll be delivering our machine learning beta version, as well as our distributed sandboxing release. And then next year, we'll be aiming to bring to market our machine learning system for fraud detection. In terms of our business model, what we're trying to do is really provide our product to everybody that can use it in the easiest possible way. So our core modules that you see here with the Sentinel portal, the API access, even opening cases using our anti-scam filtering, all those systems are free of charge. Free of charge to individual users as well as organizations. The advanced modules with machine learning and distributed sandboxing will have a reasonable annual subscription fee. Now, in terms of when there is suspicious activity and a user says, well, I need assistance to analyze this, and he offers a bounty or a reward, the Sentinel that successfully addresses the problem to the user that requested the assistance will receive 90% of the revenue. 90%, which is very, very attractive. And only 10% of that will come to our organization. We forecast that approximately 30% of our total revenue that comes to our organization will be paid to the Sentinels. So what we're looking to do is to build a cybersecurity, collective security system that is by the people, for the people, and rewarding the people that make substantial contribution. Right now, we're doing our pre-Sentinels recruitment program. It started February 25th. It ends in just a couple of days. But so far, we have received over 300 applications. And those applications come from people that are looking to be evangelists, as well as people that are security experts. Sorry about that. In terms of our partners, these companies here have signed on either as investors or as business technical partners. Our partners include organizations such as Hashed, which is doing acceleration and funding. They're based in South Korea. Global Brain, which is a venture capital in Japan. Struck Capital, which is another venture capital company based in the United States. Kinetic Capital, which is a funding organization based in Hong Kong. Hyperchain Capital, which is based in the UK and is a hedge fund. X Squared is a very large mining company, the largest in Singapore. Signum Capital, another fund in Singapore. QCP Capital, which an asset management company in Switzerland. And then Alchemy, which is based in the United States and do various types of analytics. Down below, you see a number of other partners, including Icon of Korea, Coin Manager, Etherscan, which is an analytics platform for Ethereum, SoftBank Ventures, Kyber Networks, which is a decentralized exchange, Zipper, which is based in Germany, and what they're doing is a mobile wallet services system. CoinHako, another wallet crypto coin services organization. DigiX Global, which is tokenizing gold, and IAM Token, which is another wallet company. Here is our core team. We have people that are based right now in Singapore, South Korea, and Japan. Our people come from a number of leading cybersecurity companies, including Palo Alto Networks, Cisco, Dimension Data, Fortinet, and Darktrace. One of our members, Mr. Lee, he won third place in the DEF CON hacker contest. We are hiring more people right now. And those people we're focusing on right now are R&D engineers that will be based both in Singapore and South Korea. So in terms of our website and contact details, I'd like to invite you to join our Telegram, or to send us an email, or to check out our web page. And our web page is https://sentinelprotocol.io.
Oh, you mean like a false positive scam report, right? So if you're just like unhappy with the address or something, and just go and put in the address in, right?
Yeah.
So that case will be created, but our sentinels will go and verify if that address itself was associated with any hacking incident or scam incidents. There's something that we were looking at, but if it's like the same address that is being created, only the first one will be accepted. The first report.
In addition, machine learning algorithms could also be used for that sort of thing too. So if it detects something which is bad behavior and it's repeated, the machine learning algorithm can take care of that. Okay, first of all, thinking about the recent case that I mentioned earlier, Binance. Imagine that a person typically trades with, let's say, GoldmanSachs.com. But this time it's GoldmanSachs.io. And that's a confirmed command control site. And we can assume that it's in our database already. So if that comes up, then there would be an alert that would come from our system to the person that's looking to make the trade with GoldmanSachs.io. Now, he may not notice that. This is very common, where people say, oh, it looks like the name, but they don't look at the suffix, the .com part, or maybe the name is slightly misspelled. So this is one way in which we could provide information in the alert. Now, let's assume that it's not in our database. Maybe it's a new attack. Maybe it hasn't been launched on anybody else in the past. And then that's where the machine learning would come into play. Because it could say, hey, wait a minute, you've never used GoldmanSachs.io before. This is a new entity. Yeah? And that way, now, in terms of your second question, basically, all of the information that goes into our database is going to be reviewed and confirmed and validated by the Sentinels, who are security experts. Now, your question was, well, what happens if a command control site or something like that becomes clean, or a wallet address? Well, we can update our system. So we can issue an update record to the blockchain, and we can change that so it shows that that particular address is now clean and good.
So our sentinels will also have a reputation system where the consensus system, like the 10 people, right, will be actually looking and keeping an eye out on each other. So if somebody has been consistently doing that, eventually one of our sentinel team will identify it, and we will remove the reputation from that bad actor. So you can participate as a reporter as well. You don't need to be the one that confirmed the incident. You can report these incidents to us. There is also an incentive for that.
How do we stop collusion between the Sentinels? That's an interesting question. The Sentinels will be working together. I think they'll be motivated to protect their reputation and to protect their points, which can be monetized, and therefore, by having skin in the game, they will be incentivized to not do that type of collusion. Also, the information will be shared, and if we find out that somebody is doing things that are a bit nefarious, then they could lose their points and they could also lose their membership as being a Sentinel.